Respected friends, through Leelopakhyanam, Sir Lord Sage Vashishthaji is telling Rama about the Brahman, the Maya, the Jagat, the happenings in the Jagat, their unreality, what is bondage, what is moksha, etc. A huge text with our small minds and intellects we are trying to study and understand. Result keep aside, but the endeavor itself is so great and divine. Message Vasishtaji, Valmiki, Vishwamitraji, Bhagwan Rama, Saraswati Mata bless us that we really understand, along with the story, the main jnana aspect. Yesterday we saw the topmost important knowledge of Vedanta regarding I the Chit Shakti, I the Jiva Shakti. I the Jiva Shakti, whatever I do Sankalpa, I the Chitta Shakti blesses it to happen. Therefore, all in our hands, be careful as to what to choose and what to achieve. Okay? Then today, Raja Viduratha moving for the Yuddha and Yuddha scenes are explained in this Sarga 46. So the last two shlokas of yesterday, we will see them, then we will do the new Sarga. Right friends? Start. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sarashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatah Sarva Vedantah Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanane Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvataitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavaतीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि ब्रह्म विद्या योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणेतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीराम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयम् वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यस्संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओं श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीवसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायणशास्त्रं तृतीयोत्पत्तिप्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने विदूरथ नाम षट्चत्वारिंशः सर्गः। So 46th sarga Viduratha leaving for war. Before we start the chanting and just going through of that sarga, yesterday's 45th sarga, last two shlokas are most important ones. They are the summary of the sadhana and sadhya. Better it is that we go through it for 5-6 minutes. The last but one shloka is Swasamvid Yatanadanyat न किंचिच्च कदाचन फलं ददाति तेनाशु यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु। सो स्वसंवित यतनात् अन्यत् न किंचिच्च कदाचन फलं ददाति. Kinchit means even little. Kadachana, no other reason. Phalam dadat. No other reason gives even a trace of phala. So to every being, whatever the phala comes to them from this reason. What are the reason? Swasamvita yatanat. See the three things: the pure consciousness and the sankalpas and what I do. The role of consciousness is to empower. The sankalpa is our choice. Efforts also our choice. है ना? To achieve anything in this world, one is punya marga, dharma marga is there. One is sometimes works out, papa marga, dharma marga is there. Third is daiva marga also is there. That is called as yatna, whatever you do. But before that, swasamvit is one's own jiva shakti is sankalpa. Again, behind that is pure paramatma vastu. Earlier shloka said that paramatma vastu called as chaitanya or chiti alone takes the form of the tapasya as well as the various devatas. Tapava devatavapi bhutva. Tapa means prayatna. So I am doing so and so prayatna to achieve some goal. That prayatna shakti is coming from chiti shakti. And I have the sankalpa. Yeah, I have to achieve it so and so. That is my sankalpa, my jiva shakti, my chitta shakti. So, tena ashu. Because of this reason, O Leela, yatha ichasi tatha kuru. This yatha ichasi tatha kuru sentence comes in Gita too, the last one. After this, Bhagavan Krishna doesn't say anything. Vimurshayita dasheshena, yathechasi tatha kuru. Then again, Sarvadharman Parityaja, etc. he says. After asking Arjuna or telling him, idam te na tapaskaya na vaktaya, Bhagavan keeps quiet there. Then Arjuna asking the question, by Lord Krishna says, Nashto moha ityadi. Kachidetat shrutam partha. Anyway, that's how the Gita runs. Yatechasi tathakuru sentence comes there. Here also we have said the explanation yesterday. Very good thoughts came. So yatha ichasi tathakuru means you, whatever the chitta sankalpa happens, that's what your Chaitanya blesses. Therefore, yatha ichasi tathakuru means first discriminate and know what is good, then do the sankalpa of that. Here, yatha ichasi means discrimination and understanding. Tatha kuru means do the sankalpa and desire for that. Then the Chitti Shakti will come in the form of Tapas Shakti within us as well as Daiva Shakti outside to bless us. Daiva Shakti, Guru Shakti, etc. That is how it is your own sankalpa finally gives you your result. Knowing this, do the right sankalpa. Hai. One sankalpa is wrong sankalpa, isn't it? For the dushta karmas, etc., for the gaining of the worldly things. Another is the right sankalpa, that through punya upasana and satkarma and swayam parishrama, we get this or that thing of the world. Third sankalpa is realizing the self. Always realizing self sankalpa is greater, nobler any day. That's what is said in the last mantra by Mother Saraswati as a conclusion. Okay? Chidbhava eva nanu sargagato antaratma yachetati prayatate cha tadaiti tatshrihi ramyam hyaramyamataveti vicharayasva yat pavanam tadava buddhya tadantarasvaha चिद्भाव एव ननु सर्गगतोऽन्तरात्मा यच्चेतति प्रयतते च तदेति तच्छ्रीः रम्यं ह्यरम्यमथवेति विचारयस्व यत्पावनं तदवबुध्य तदन्तरास्वः. If I can understand even 3% of this shloka, I am having my dimag on the Shastra. If I am able to explain to you, it's a miracle only. And a part of it, if you are able to grasp it, that shows your glorious Sukshma Buddhi Shakti. Okay? Let me tell you. Let me try to explain. Dhyan says, let me see how much I can myself apprehend and put it in front of you. First, Chit Bhavaha Eva. Chit Bhavaha means pure conscious self alone. Sarga Gataha, which is all pervading. Sarga means creation. Sargagata means pervading everything in the creation. So pure consciousness, pure Sadvastu, pure Brahmavastu, pure Sachidananda Vastu, that alone is Sargagataha, all pervading. 2 points. One Chidbhavaha, second Sargagata, third Antaratma. It is the pure inner real self of everyone. Okay, third point. Fourth is important. Yat Chetati. Whatever that Chidbhava, you understand, for whatever the reason, having become Chitta, does any Sankalpa. Fourth point. Fifth, Prayatatecha, empowered by the Chit Shakti, for that only the Prayatna is done. And the most surprising sixth thing, if you understand, is Tad Aiti Tachrihi, and that Chit Paramatma only obtains that thing. That's what I said. It is so tough to explain. In this, the three things are there. One, if you take that Chidbhava to be the Parameshwara, then he only Chetati does the Sankalpa of the Srushti, thus with his Maya Shakti, he only appearing as Srushti, playing the multiple play. Whenever he gets bored, he himself does the Chetati opposite. The unfolded Jagat, he does the sankalpa for enfoldment. Accordingly, the entire projected Jagat dissolves into Paramatma only. That is one aspect from the Paramatma stand. Second aspect from you and I, Jivatma. We have two aspects in us. One of them is what? I, when I don't know my essential self, then I become Chit with Jiva. I become Jiva with Chit. Then that I become Jiva with Chit. That Jiva in me will have the Chitta. So at that time, Chetate means whatever I do, the Chitta Sankalpa. Either to become the Brahma Deva in Brahma Loka, Indra Deva in Indra Loka, or any other things. Here the Chetate means that. Third one is what? Once that Chitta Sankalpa is so strong, Prayatate. From within the force comes for the prayatna of that only. Obviously, Tadaiti Tachrihi, that Jiva in me gets that only. At that time, I am bound Jiva now because I have sought something which is projected by my Chitta, which is of the nature of Anatma, which is outside, which is another condition of Desha Kala, therefore perishable. Second point. Third, such me now the Jiva, who have understood this principle. Okay, instead of with my Chitta asking for anything temporary, anything binding, anything worldly, anything anatma, if he has done the chetate, he I have to realize my essential self, I have to know the Brahman, I have to just go beyond all this kalpita jagat, I want to just be mukta. When this chetate happens, prayatate. Accordingly, my own inner self will empower me to do that prayatna of going to the Guru, getting qualified through getting the sadhana chatushtaya sampada, making the Guru happy, getting opportunity by his blessings and permission, asking him the prashna, he telling me about the tattva jnana. Of that I do the shravana, manana, chintana. Tadeti tatsri means I really realize what I wanted. So these are the three possibilities. One, the Ishvara at the samashti level. Second, Jiva at my vesti level. Either I do Chetati of the worldliness and get bound and continue to be bound as Jiva, or I do the Chetati, means the Sankalpa Paramatma Tattva. In course of time, I realize it and get Mukti. In this, the Shastra Sravana Nitya Nirantara first introduces to us the possibility of Paramatma Prapti. Slowly, that introduction it takes to the information level. If you continue listening to the Tattva Shastra from the Guru, from the information, he takes you to the knowledge level. Takes you means you have to go, he will only guide. Then, from the knowledge, the conviction comes that I have to achieve the selfhood only, nothing else. When you reach to this level, that other than Paramatma, I want nothing else, so we have done half the journey. Because the problem is something else we are wanting other than Paramatma more. That's why instead of sadhana, we are becoming samsari only. With all the abilities inside, opportunities outside. But once through the listening of Shastra and through that Tattva introduction done by the Guru to me, then that introduction becomes understanding, the understanding became knowledge, knowledge became conviction that I want Paramatma alone, nothing else. That time, samsara reduces, sadhana starts happening. That is the meaning of here, prayatate means. And once we are on the track of sadhana, there may be in between some hiccups, etc. And if you don't turn back again to the worldliness, it's only a question of time to reach to that reality, tadaiti tachrihi. Okay. That's why in these desired things and results, two are ramyam, one is aramyam. One aramyam is the bhautika jagat seeking through the papa karma, dharma karma, giving us the narakadi. The two ramyams are, one ramya is seeking the worldly things only, but through the dharma marga, through the upasana marga, through the nyaya marga. But real ramyam is seeking only Paramatma Tattva. Therefore, ramyam hi aramyam athava iti. So these are the two things are there, ramya and aramya. In the ramya, again two things are there, the worldly and spiritual. Knowing this, vicharayasva, do the vicharana. In your vicharana, What you have to aim it is yat pavanam tadava buddhya, that which is purifier, that which is divinizer, that which is the one to liberate you. कौन सा है उसको समझकर यत पावनम तदवबुद्ध्या तद अंतरास्व. So in your heart seek it, ask for it. Let your all jiva shakti, chitta sankalpa shakti, chitta kamana shakti, chitta prarthana shakti be employed only for that ramya, for that pavanam, the spiritual truth. This is what is the most beautiful teaching of Mother Saraswati to Leela in this Sarga. See, they are the important things of this text. The other stories, the other way around important, they are to say that if one is not realizing self or en route to realizing self also, depending on one's own sankalpa and prarabdha, he'll have to go through so many things. Few of them are such a terrible yuddha also. The purpose of the story it's telling is this one. And the purpose of the whole telling and the text is telling us the Brahma Vidya. One way of telling us Brahma Vidya is this one, that you are Brahman, you are yourself are Jiva Shakti, you have the Chitta, and in Chitta, whatever Sankalpa you do, that Brahma Tattva will empower you to do the thing accordingly, you will get it. So, therefore, don't blame the world for whatever you are getting. You are getting whatever you are getting, blessed by your own inner self, desired by your own, the Jiva Shakti. What an ultimate thing, you see that? In this position of Ramakrishna, oh, kya hai? The Chiti Shakti only appears like this to bless us with that result because you invoked in that way. If I don't invoke any Rama and Krishna directly, if I invoke from Brahma Tattva, will it happen? Definitely. That is the first teaching. That's what is said by Bhagavan Yama as a first teaching to Nachiketa. That what you have asked me is Omkara. And this Om is Kshara and Akshara Brahma. Taking this Om as the Alambana with your doings, the Kshara Brahma you can achieve up to becoming one with Hiranyagarbha. The Akshara Brahma also you can achieve. We have seen all that in Katha Upanishad. Sarve Vedaha Yat Padamamananti Tapamsi Sarvani Cha Yadvadanti Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tatte Padam Sangrahena Bravimi Om Ityetat. एतद्देवाक्षरं ब्रह्म एतद्देवाक्षरं परम एतद्देवाक्षरं ज्ञात्वा यो यदिच्छति यस्य तत् एतदालम्बनं श्रेष्ठम् एतदालम्बनं परम एतदालम्बनं ज्ञात्वा ब्रह्मलोके महीयते. In that yo yadichati tasya tat up to Hiranyagarbha. Brahmaloke mahiyate is Brahmayeva lokah tasmin Brahmaloke mahiyate. In that Vaidika period, enough people for the people directly to conceive the Paramatma with Ananta Shakti. They were not in requirement of any Rupa and form for their Rupa and Nama for their mind to hold on. In later on, because the minds have lost that power, therefore the various avatars, Bhagavan only came, that became support. So this is how this most enchanting topic discussed in this Sarga. I feel not to leave that topic only again and again study, because in that only that information and inspiration are there. Reminding is there. Otherwise we forget. Like every day if you don't come to class, you forget the spirituality and again become aham devasmi. Continuous fears ki something will happen to me, something I want to. That's how we get lost. Here also this chapter is so powerful. And such topics will come again and again. Therefore, we are confident. With this, having saying that this sarga concluded, we enter now into the 46th sarga. Okay, friends? It also is 30 mantras. Topic is simple of Viduratha going to the Yuddha. Let us chant it and let us see the meaning. ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः. श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने विदुरथ युद्धे निर्गमनम युद्धाय निर्गमनम नाम षट्चत्वारिंशः सर्गः. Viduratha leaving for the Yuddha. That is the 46th Sarga. Okay, start chanting. Sri Rama Uvacha. एवं संकतयन्तीषु तासु तस्मिन् गृहोदरे विदुरथः किमकरोतु निर्गत्य कुपितो गृहात्. श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच विदुरथः स्वसदनात् निर्गतः परिवारितः परिवारेण महता वृक्षौघेनेव चन्द्रमाः सन्नद्ध सर्वावयवः लग्नहार विभूषणः महाजय जयारावैः सुरेन्द्र इव निर्गतः समादिशन् योधगणं शृण्वन् मण्डलसंस्थितम् आलोकयन् वीरगणान् आरुरोह नृपोरथं कूटाकारसमाकारं मुक्तामाणिक्यमण्डितं पताकापञ्चभिर्व्याप्तं द्युविमानमिवोत्तमं चक्रभित्तिपरिप्रोत प्रकचत् काञ्चनाङ्कुरं मुक्ताजालरणत्कार चारुविक्रमकूवरं सुग्रीवैर्लक्षणोपेतैः प्रशस्तैः प्रचलैः कृशैः जवोड्डयनवेगेन प्रवहद्भिः सुरानिव वायुं जवेन सहसा असहद्भिरतिक्रमैः असहद्भिर्गतिक्रमैः प्रोह्यद्भिरिव पश्चार्धम् आपिबद्भिरिवाम्बरं योजितैरिव सम्पूर्णैः चन्द्रैश्चामरदीप्तिभिः अश्वैरष्टभिराबद्धम् आशापूरकहेषितैः हतोदपतत् उद्धामा नागाभ्ररवनिर्भरः शैलभित्तिप्रतिध्वान दारुणो दुन्दुभिध्वनिः मत्तसैनिकनिर्मुक्तैर्व्याप्तं कलकलारवैः किङ्किणीजालनिर्ध्वानैः हेतिसङ्घट्टघट्टितैः धनुश्चटचटाशब्दैः शरसेत्कारगायनैः परस्पराङ्गनिष्पिष्ट कवचौघझणझणैः ज्वलदग्निटणत्कारैरार्तिमत्क्रन्दनारवैः परस्परभटाह्वानैर्बन्धिविक्षुब्धरोदनैः शिलाघनीकृताशेष ब्रह्माण्डकुहरोध्वनिः हस्तग्राह्यो भवद्भीमः दशाशाकुञ्जपूरकः अथोदपततादित्य पथपीवररोधकं रजोनिभेन भूपीठम् अम्बरोड्डयनोन्मुखं गर्भवासमिवासन्नम् इवापन्नं तेनासीत् तन्महापुरं मूढत्वं यौवनेनेव घनतामाययौ तमः प्रययुः क्वापि दीपौघाः दिवसेनेव तारकाः आययुर्बलमालोला नैष भूतपरम्पराः ददृशुस्तन्महायुद्धं द्वेलीले सा कुमारिका प्रस्फुटद्धृदयेनेव देवी दत्तमहादृशा प्रशेमुरथहेतीषु प्रोद्यत्कटकटारवाः एकार्णवपयः पूरैर्बालवा इव वह्नयः शवैः शनैः सेनां समाकर्षन् नाज्ञायत बलान्तरं विवेश पक्षप्रोड्डीनः मेरुरेकमिवार्णवम् अथोदभूद्गुणध्वानं चटच्छटदिति स्फुटं रचितांशुमयाम्भोदाः चेरुः परपरम्पराः ययुरम्बरमाश्रित्य नानाहेतिविहङ्गमाः प्रसश्रुरलमत्तासु मलिनाः शस्त्रदीप्तयः जज्ज्वलुः शस्त्रसङ्घट्ट जलना उल्मुखाग्निवत् जगर्जुः शरदारौघाः स्वर्शन्तो वीरवारिदाः विविशुः क्रकचत्क्रूराः वीराङ्गेषु च हेतयः सेतुः पटपटारावं हेतिनिष्पिष्टयोऽम्बरे जग्मुः शमं तमांस्याशु शस्त्रकानलदीपकैः बभूवुरखिला सेना नवनाराचरोमशाः उत्तस्तुर्यमयात्रायां कवन्दनटवङ्क्तयः जगुरुच्चैर्रणोद्रेकं पिशाच्यो रणदारिकाः उदगुरुदन्तसङ्घट्टटङ्कारादन्तिनां बलात् ऊहुः क्षेपणपाषाण महानद्यो नभस्थले पेतुः शवानिवातास्त संशुष्कवनपर्णवत् निर्ययुर्लोहिता नद्यः रणाद्रेर्मृतिवर्षिणः प्रसीमुः पांसवो रक्तैः तमांस्यायुधवह्निभिः युद्धैकध्यानतः शब्दाः भयानिमृतिनिश्चयैः अभवत् केवलं युद्धम् अपशब्दमसंभ्रमम् अनाकुलाम्बुवाहावं खड्गवीचिसटाकृतं खदखदरवसं वहच्चरौघं टकटकितारवसं पतद्भुषुण्डि झणझणरवसं मिलन्महास्त्रं तिमितिमिवदरनमासदुस्तरं तत् इति आर्षे श्रीवासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकीये उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे विदुरथ निर्गमनं वर्णनं नाम षट्चत्वारिंशः सर्गः। ओम श्रीराम जय जय राम 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 जय जय राम जय राम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीरामायण शरणं मम श्रीवसिष्ठ शरणं मम श्रीविश्वामित्र शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीवाल्मीकि शरणं मम श्री सरस्वती शरणं मम श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। Name of the sarga is Viduratha Nirgamana Varnanam. Viduratha has started. First, let us start. Sri Rama Uvacha. Sri Ramji is asking, what? Kim evam sam kathayantishu tasu. When in this way the discussion was going on between Mother Saraswati, Prabuddha Leela, then Ditiya Leela, Tasmin Gruhodare, in that Gruha Mandapa, Vidurataha kim akarot nirgatya kupitaha gruhat. Kupitaha gruhat nirgatya Vidurataha kim akarot. So with so much anger, Vidurata left that Mandapa Antapura. Having left, where did he go? What did he do? About this Yuddha, Sri Rama asking Vasishthaji the details. Sri Vasishtha Uvacha. Vasishthaji is narrating with his Divya Drishti. Viduratha, Raja Viduratha, who is husband of both Leelas, of one Leela in that Brahmanda as Raja Padma, of other Leela in this Brahmanda, now he is Viduratha. So Viduratha Swasadanat Nirgataha. He left from his house or his Antapura. Parivaritaha, Parivarena Mahata. Surrounded by the huge Sainya. Ruksha Okena Iva Chandrama. Like the entire stars are around the Chandrama. So too, he was moving like Chandra. All the other parivara of the Sainya are like nakshatras around him. That is a beautiful scene. Sannadha sarva avayavaha, fully covered all his avayavas with kavacha, because he's not going for a party, he's going for युद्ध. तो सारे अवयवों को सन्नद्ध मीन्स कवर करके रखा with all the kavachas, isn't it? Like the army, when they go, entire things, bullet proofs, सब कुछ होना चाहिए. मैं तो कहता हूँ ऐसे लाइट वेटेड total body protected things should be invented and given to our soldiers, that even if they do the yuddha for 10 hours and are hit by any number of bullets from the enemies or even the missiles, nothing should happen. Such things have to be invented so that if at all युद्ध happens, एक भी क्या ना चोटिल नहीं होना चाहिए. That's my wish and pray. Otherwise, our Indian army not even given proper bullet proofs. And कोई थर्ड क्लास टेररिस्ट आके मारता है तो बेचारा उनका यहाँ है ना हो जाता है. नहीं होना चाहिए. Covered. Even a football player, you see the wicket keeper, goalkeeper, fully covered. क्रिकेट में तो देखो उसका हेलमेट होता है सर के लिए, है ना, ग्लव्स होते हैं हाथ के लिए, देन शोल्डर प्रोटेक्टर्स होते हैं, एल्बो प्रोटेक्टर्स होते हैं, देन पैड्स पाँव के लिए, जूते पाँव के लिए, लेग्स के लिए पैड, जूते, एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स दे कवर. अदरवाइज द बॉल हिट करता है तो इतना तगड़ा चोट लगता है ना. सो टू कवच. सो दिस राजा वाज विथ फुल कवच. सो सन्नद्ध सर्वावयवः, covered fully with all the kavachas. Everybody in their own field. Kavacha, the doctors have their own masks in the face and हाथ में gloves. वो लोग में because बीमारी है, anything can. They have to treat so many patients. They cannot become cause of transferring disease from one patient to other. I know. They have immunity, they are safe, but patients, 10 patients, 100 पेशेंट को डेली देख रहे हैं, तो उसमें कुछ पेशेंट्स के कोई भी डिसीज हो सकता है, infectious. So he'll have to be careful. So he has his own kavach. So here, Sannadha Sarvavayava. Then Lagna Hara Vibhushana. He is having Hara and all Vibhushanas for the Yuddha, whatever suitable. Then Maha Jaya Jaya Ravaihi. With Maha Jaya Jaya Rava, Jayakar to this Raja was happening as he was going by the Sainya. Sura Indra Ivanirgataha. He moved like Bhagwan, Indra Bhagwan with all these devatas to fight with the Asuras. सो इंद्र की तरह निकले कवच धारण करके सारे आभूषण पहनकर विथ लॉट ऑफ पीपल अराउंड द सैन्य राजा विदुरथ. So Rama asked, where did you go, what did you do? So in this way he went for the war. Then Samadhishan Yodhaganam. En route he was giving orders to the Yodhagana, empowering them, inspiring them, instilling confidence in them, ordering them कौन कहाँ खड़ा रहे इत्यादि इत्यादि. So Samadhishan Yodhaganam Shunvan Mandala Samsthitam. Then from the Senapatis or other leaders listening, asking them and listening from them, at which side, how much is the Shatru Sena and how much of our Sena and led by whom is placed which place. He was listening, asking and getting details like in Ramayana. Rama and Sugriva together give the orders along with the advice of Hanuman कि which द्वारा which of the Vanara Ravana's Sainyadhyaksha is there with how much of the Rakshasa Sena. So there, who is equally powerful, the Vanara leader, and how much of the Vanara Sena has to be sent. It was very thoroughly planned. You read Valmiki Ramayana, बहुत detail मिलेगा. So here also he was listening who is deployed where. Alokan Veeraganan. Then looking at all the Veeraganas of his own side, Aruroha Nupaha Ratham. Then he boarded the beautiful Ratha. Now in the next 5 slokas, the Ratha is described in which he was traveling towards the Yuddha, for the Yuddha. Kutakara Samakaram. The Ratha is like the mountain only. In its firmness, in its size, etc. Kuta, like big cars which come, nowadays highly sophisticated Kuta car, very strong ones. Even a landslide also will not, trouble it. इस तरह का कुछ बनते हैं आजकल व्हीकल्स, वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग वंस टू फेस एनी चैलेंजेस. देखते हैं आप एड्स में, अगर जरूरत भी पड़ती है भाई आर्मी को वहाँ पहाड़ों में घूमना है तो उस तरह का व्हीकल चाहिए. So to the helicopters and all, they have to negotiate through the odd weather atmospheres and go. अब साइंस तो इतना डेवलप हो ही रहा है. So his ratha was kuta akara sama akaram. Mukta manikya manditam. It is beautified with the motiya or manikyo se. It is beautifully decorated. Pataka panchabir vyap. So it has got 5 patakas. So 4 corners में 4 होगा, center में 1. 5 patakas were there on that chariot. Then Dyu Vimanam Iva Uttamam. Because of all this designing, it is like the Dyuloka Vimana, the Vimana of this Swargaloka only it was appearing. So powerful, so fantastic. Nowadays, people use the tankers and all. For the Yuddha, they had the chariots that time. Nowadays, the bombers, the B-2 bombers, उसको देखते ही अलग ही लगता है ना? The Russian, the French, the American, the war planes, when you see them, even Chinese. Chinese का कहाँ गिरता है पता नहीं इसको. I don't know, but these ones. So his Vimana was like a Dyu Vimanam Iva Uttamam. Uttama Vimana like that of the Devaloka Vimana only. Then Chakra Bhitti Pariprota Prakachat Kanchana Ankuram. So the wheels, the chariots, to that and various places of the Ratha, the gold is studded and it is shining brightly, brilliantly. Sone ka. Yesterday, the other day, day before, in Kolkata, in some of that earlier मिनिस्ट्री का कोई बंदे का घर तलाश किया तो सोने का पलंग, सोने के सारे कुर्सियां, सोफा मिले कि नहीं. So here this Raja has the gold studded to the chakra of the Ratha. So chakra bhitti pariprota prakachat kanchana ankuram. Divine that gold wala rakha hai. Then mukta jala ranatkara. The mukta jala, the various beautiful hangings made out of the motia, pearls, touching each other or because of winds, they are making charu ranatkara, beautiful sound. And Vikrama Kubaram, the place where the Raja sits, is also so sophisticated and powerful. This is about the Ratha. Now the 3 shlokas used to describe the horses which are pulling this chariot, in which Raja is seated. So Grivai, the horses which have wonderful neck. So Griva is neck. Lakshanopetaihi, the best of the horses of the country or the world. है ना. घोड़ों को भी के भी बहुत सारे जात होते हैं, more than 100 जात. You see that in the YouTube and all, you will see the best of the horses. कोई कोई तो इतने लंबे होते हैं, कोई इतने सफेद घोड़े, व्हाइट इन कलर, कोई कोई absolutely black. Each one has different special quality. हाथी भी ऐसे हैं, घोड़े भी ऐसे होते हैं, मनुष्य भी ऐसे होते हैं, ऊंट भी होते हैं. Different capacities. Even our cows and bulls also, different bulls. In India, there are 20 varieties of bulls are there. Each on different size. Cows also. The Desi cow, the Jersey cow, ऐसा है ना. So these are the Sugrivahi, well necked. So Lakshanopetaihi, the बढ़िया जात वाले. प्रशस्तैहि, प्रशस्त जाति के हैं. प्रचलैहि, who are so prachalaihi, restless in a positive manner, that they are fully ready to obey the commands. Krushaihi, who have not eaten so much grass, became so fat that they can't move. No, Krushaihi means well trained and well disciplined, well kept, fit for pulling the chariot. Krushaihi, like any of the sports person. They have to do exercise and remain proper to run in that sport. मोटा बन गया तो दौड़ ही नहीं रहा तो उसको लेते नहीं टीम में, है ना. How many of the film stars because of one or two hit films, lot of money, enjoy indulgence, became out of shape physically, they stopped getting the opportunities. Within 5 years, career khatam. The others, they understood the trick. Ki you have to be krusha. So they maintained it and they went on acting for decades. Everywhere it is so. So these horses are kept krusha. Then Java Uddayena Vegena. Java Uddayana Vegena means it's the speed. Speed of the horses is like they are flying in the sky only. Pravahadbihi Suraniva, as if carrying the Devatas. The Devata Ratha, Devata Ashwa. उस तरह से है ये. वायुम जवेन सहसा असहद्भिर अतिक. They are so fast that they overtake even the वायु also. वायु वेग को भी पार करने वाला वेग इसका. हाँ, winds speed also. Then prauhyadbhiriva paschardham apibadbhirivambaram. So with their front portion carrying the back portion of the Ratha, Ratha Swami, Ratha Sarathi, etc. Then apibadbhirivambaram, when they move, they are as if apibadhi drinking away the space only. That's how is the movement of these horses. Then yojitairiva sampurnaihi chandraihi chamara deeptivihi. So Chandra Samana, Shweta Chamaras are there, put all directions of this chariot and the horses. Then Ashtvahi, this is the description of the Ashwa. How many are they? Ashtabhihi, 8 of them. पता नहीं 8 वाला, मैं तो 7 का तो सुना जो हमारे सूर्य भगवान का है. एंड होते हैं कोई देशों में राष्ट्रपति वगैरह का खींचने के लिए हाथ घोड़े 2 2 2 2 ऐसे होते हैं चैरियट को खींचे. कोई कोई 8 से ज्यादा भी होते हैं. So this chariot has got 8 of the horses. Ashvayir Ashtabhirabhaddham Asha Puraka Heshitai. Heshi is the sound of the horse. When the horses are making their specific peculiar sound, horse wala filling all the directions. तो सारे दिशाओं को पूर्ण करने वाले ध्वनि से ये घोड़े चल रहे हैं. On that chariot, this king was moving. हाँ, okay. अथोदपत् अत उद्दामा नागाभ्ररव निर्भरः शैलभित्ति प्रतिध्वान दारुणो दुन्दुभिध्वनिः. So atha udapatat, as he was going, he could listen to the big sound. What is that? Naga abhrarava nirbharaha, the sound of the elephants, as big as that of the sounds of the abhra, the thunders of the clouds. He heard the sound of the elephants. Then Shailabhitti Pratidhvana Darunaha Dunduvidhvani. Then the Dunduvidhvani he heard. Dundubi nagade, युद्ध में जो बजाते हैं. Those sounds have gone to the big mountains and Gufa. From there they are coming as resound. So he was listening to the direct sound of Dundubi, resound of the Dundubi. He was listening to the sound of the elephants, appearing to be the thunder of the clouds only. Okay. This he was listening of the Shatru Sena and his Sena also. Then the whole description of that Yuddha is given for some time. Matta Sainika Nirmuktaihi Vyaptam Kalakalaravahi. The Sainya who are in that Avesha of the Yuddha, Aryapar ke drushti se, those are making the sound and moving in that Yuddha, that he heard. So Kalakalarava of the Matta Sainikas. Matta means decided अब करना है युद्ध, मरो या नहीं. होता है वो, है ना. Anything when I was overpowers us, when we are in that mood, sometimes even the prana also we don't care. Like during the what do you call the freedom fight के टाइम पे बस देश को स्वतंत्रता लाना है, मरना है तो मर. So to in bringing the Ram Mandir back, so many died in that. फायरिंग में, पुलिस फायरिंग में, आफ्टर वाला लाठी चार्ज में. उस समय होश नहीं होता, बस हमारा मंदिर हमें बाहर वापस लाना. मैं तो कहता हूँ all Hindu Sanatan Dharma youth should become so powerful, transcending the Mrityu Bhaya, ready to do anything for the sake of Desha and Sanatan Dharma. Right? ऐसा अतिवादी चाहिए हमको, extremists. Because the other paksha is extremist. Extremist को मितवादी कैसे जीत सकता है? Equal extremism चाहिए. More powerful. I want 100 crores of Hindus to be like that in India. All, even बुढ़े भी जवान की तरह बड़े बड़े तलवार लेकर तैयार, सारे चीज लेकर, जरूरत है तो. We don't want. We want to sit and meditate. That's our goal. But the other fellows, when they are breaking temples, how can we sit and meditate? At that time, breaking their hands, legs is the meditation. That's also part of meditation. Bhagavan Rama, when he killed Ravanadi, it's a meditation. Krishna, when killed all the Kamsadi, he was in meditation. That's also meditation. Karmani akarmaya pashet, akarmani cha karmaya. Isn't it? When Bhagavan does Srishti Sthiti Laya, all is meditation only for him. So we want the Sanatana Dharmins to become Jagruta and learn all the warfare. And don't be a buzdil like a kamzor fellow. Eat properly. Do exercises. Tagada bano. Everybody should like Punjabi ki tarah hona hai. 6.5 footer with 56 या 60 65 छाती. In that गालवान में हवर सरदार जी है ना पंजाबी जो भी रेजिमेंट था वहां 2 चाइनीज सर पिग्मीज ओनली. एक धक्का दिया तो 3 गिर गए वहां. डर गए हो. Our people were very stout. That type of. And we have the other extreme also, Gurkha regiment, which are itne hote. We want everybody 6-7 footer. Chhati chauda, tagda, ready. All the martial arts they must know. Using all weaponry they must know. Then only we can protect good and dharma. That is called divinity. Who is divine? I am only divine. I only have to be powerful to protect the divinity from the devilishness. So here, the matta sainika nirmuktaihi vyaptam kalakalarave. Then kinkini jala nirdvarnair heti sanghatta ghattitaihi. So the wonderful sound of the swords hitting each other, that is coming. Then dhanush chata chata shabdaihi. The dhanu, the bows, when they are pulled and the string is pulled, it was making chata chata shabda. Shara Sitkara Gayanahi. The arrows coming out of quiver, sitting on the bow, shoot, moving in that air, what do you call, piercing through the air. That arrows are making see sound. That's called Sitkar. See, bolte ho na? That type of sound. When it goes, sharp ones, it makes sound. दीपावली में आप देखते हो ना, दीपावली में जब अब रॉकेट जाता है शीतकार करते हुए जाता है. सो शरशीतकार गाय नहीं. देन परस्पर अंग निष्पिष्ट कवच ओग झणक झणैः. When the yodhas were fighting with each other, their anga pratyanga touching, then they have the kavachas hitting each other, they were making jhana jhana sound. Then jalad agni tanatkara, the agni prajwalana giving the tanatkara sound. Artimat krandanarvaihi. Some of them in their pain of shot by the arrows or weapons, making the akrandana, that rava, that sound also is heard. Then paraspara bhata ahvane. Each one inviting the other one. मेरे सामने देख लेता हूँ तेरे को. This type of challengings. Bandi vikshubdharodhanai. Some of them were captured. So either some of them are hesitated in those captured ones. Frightened some of them. मेरा हमारा क्या होगा? Some are shouting. बांधने की बात नहीं, छोड़ के युद्ध करके देखो. बांधने से नहीं, युद्ध में जीत हार के देखते हैं. Like that, the ones who are tied down, making those various sounds. Then Shila Ghani Kruta Shesha Brahmanda Kuharodhvanihi. Then all that sound making whole Brahmanda Shilaghani Kruta, solidified. The sound permeated the whole Brahmanda, not leaving any space, just like a Ghani Kruta Shila. Then Hastagrahya Abhavad Bhima, Dashasha Kunja Puraka. That sound filling all the 10 directions was so solid, ki as if you can catch that sound with the hands. Is the Varnana. Then what happened? The Yuddha continued. Yes, some more slokas. This we'll see tomorrow. Then the next Sargame, the Raja Vidurathas, Yuddha with the Sindhu Raja, how powerful weapons they shoot at each other. The mantrastras also they shoot at each other. Mantrastra means astras invoked through mantra shakti. Finally, the Raja Viduratha has to collapse. All that we will see. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan की जय धन्यवाद. आधा सर्ग हमने देखा 30 में से 15 छोटा है. But even this also gives an information to us that what we see now is not new in this universe, in this cosmos, in this Srishti. In every kalpa only, thousands and thousands of times, because of the individual's selfishnesses and arrogances, the yuddhas go on happening. The 1-to-1 yuddhas happen, 10-to-10 yuddha, the yuddha between two sainyas, two rajyas, two kingdoms, two countries, two continents. वो ये चलता ही रहता. हाँ, then punya papa भी चलता रहता. Because of punya swarga gamanam and coming back also चलता. Because of papa naraka going and coming also. ये going through all this for thousands of lives. When the jiva gets fed up, then he asks, is this the only way or is there anything beyond this redemption? To them, the Vedanta is taught. All these happen in the Aupadika Sthiti, only in the Maya Kalpita Dvandva Dvaita Jagasthiti. If you identify with your own Upadhis and as Jiva, you are also bound to be thrown in this. You want to get rid of all of that, you drop all your Upadhis, your Jiva Bhava, be one with Brahman. In Brahman, there is no Dvaita, there is no Yuddha. There is no other way. Dekho, another way of looking at it is. Thank you. Let us study our Tulsi Ramayana. Om.